welcome to the Games Room Tour. This time we're doing it a little bit differently, and I just wanted to show the back pinball room first and then walk you guys through the room and have a look at everything that we may have added and yeah, just go over what we've got. So in the pinball room we have a Revenge from Mars, which is a Bally cabinet, and it's an awesome little unit. A little bit smaller than the other ones, as you can see. Shorter, but yeah, it's pretty awesome. Then a Scared Stiff featuring Elvira, which is one of my favorite pieces in our whole collection, not just pinballs. It has beautiful artwork, and the play is like the play of the pinball is, yeah, one of the best out there. Then our last one is a Data East TMNT, and it's the oldest of the pinballs that we own, but it's pretty awesome. It's a little bit rough. It's had a good life, and yeah, we do enjoy this one as well. It's pretty loud, but for some reason they're not really talking to me at the moment. You'll hear them growling and stuff as we go through the tour. Up the top we added a shelf for some Turtles toys and then some board games, and then we've also got some board games under storage here, and storage is pretty much underneath our pinballs at the moment because we've run out of space. Got a couple of things on the wall, and then we're going to put more stuff up on the wall later. Our pop vinyls and Pixel Pals, which is a very small collection, but I sold all of our rarer pop vinyls. And then we've got Elvira in the corner, and then the room just comes to life without the lights on. So yeah, we just love our pinball room. We spend a lot of time in here and just verse each other and not have to turn anything else on in the room. We just love it. But next will probably be some LEDs for behind the pinballs at the back, but it's just storage under there at the moment, so it won't be a lot of light reflecting, but yeah, it's pretty awesome. Then we've got a Honeybee, and some storage under there. Then a Rally X cab. This little cocktail cabinet has been completely restored by Retro Gamer Guy, and yeah, it's a credit to him. It's been beautifully done, and yeah, it had a fault. It's been working now for a few months, and we're very happy to have that back. Over in the corner is just some Guitar Hero stuff, and then my lighting for YouTube. Doesn't have much of enough space at the moment, so it just has to live there. Then we've got a Time Crisis cabinet, which we did get working a few months ago. We're very, very happy about having that working. We did purchase it, it was broken, but we thought we'd be able to fix it, and as it turns out, it was a little bit past us being able to fix it, so we sent the parts away to multiple different places across Australia, and then to finally have it back and working is just, yes, so much fun. As most of you will already know, I'm a huge Namco fan, and I'm also a huge Shooter fan, so yeah, I just love it. Just a quick thing on music, we've got a fairly big amount of CDs and stuff on the top that we have, just marketing boxes. And then yeah, here's the shot through to the room. And the 90s Nook, all with Lava Lamp and things from the 90s, including my diaries are there, which is pretty funny. Tamagotchi, and the PC beige box. So Pentium 2 450 megahertz. It's Retro Gamer Guy's new toy. Cool little TV that plays Video 8 tapes, I'm pretty sure. It's on the top there. And then the Goosebumps books that we've just started collecting, and we would have collected them earlier. We both had them as kids, but they eluded us when we were op shopping a lot, so we haven't been able to add any until recently. Pizza Hut, cool little promo item from the late 80s, early 90s here in Australia. Then we've got a Back to the Future 2 hoverboard, which we just love. And then we're going through to the PlayStation section now. which is a combined collection. good majority of it is Retro Gamer Guys, but some of it is mine as well. And yeah, we obviously have quite a few different variants of the boxed PS1s, and the recent addition is this one, which is the original unit in the Japanese box that I got for 324 yen, which is a bit of a bargain. And yeah, so we've been adding to our PAL PS1 games. I have got a recent pickups video where I picked up 17 of them, which was really cheap. But yeah, we love PS1, we both do, and both collect for it, thoroughly enjoy it. I just love games like Duke Nukem and Doom on the PS1, and also Mortal Kombat 3 is probably one of my other favourite games. And because I used to play it in the arcade all the time, but being able to play Point Blank at home is definitely something that I thoroughly like. And yeah, we've got heaps of other accessories, stuff like that. And we've been currently collecting for the Japanese PS1 games, and I love Parodius. And what you can hear in the background is another new game. Gunner's Heaven was a recent addition, which I love. But that crazy game in the background is Mad Panic Coaster, which is totally awesome. Very hard, but pretty awesome. So now we're going on to the PS1 cabinet. It's the Midnight Blue, the white VCD, the black Net Eurose, blue debug, a green debug, and also the original PS1. Now this one I believe is Retro Gamer Guys, and he keeps it in storage just to simply prolong its life, and you know, it's a piece of history for him. So I do the same with my Sega Master System 2 as well. But yeah, this is a gorgeous cabinet. I have a lot of people comment, where did I get it from and stuff like that. So it was a wall mountable one, and it wasn't for sale at IKEA anymore, but Retro Gamer Guy persisted, and he ended up finding it on a classified site and jumped on it straight away. And yeah, it's just got some extra support on the wall there for obvious reasons. But yeah, we've just it just looks really great, and everyone does comment on it. So yeah, on to the PS2 now. It's the Gold Gundam. I've got a few other PS2s and PAL and Japanese models. And then in October last year we added the test console PS2. And then up the top we've just got some other like box set games and stuff like that. And then Retro Gamer Guy added these two new pieces, which is like a NetPlay system keyboard thing. It's kind of weird a little bit, and the Flying Circus, which is like a really awesome RC controller. And then the PS2 games would have to be one of the biggest libraries that we actually have in our collection. And we do play the PS2 a little bit, but it's one of those things that we keep going back to the games that we absolutely love. And here's a game that was sent to us by Luke Likes Games. I'll link him in the description as well. He's an awesome Aussie and YouTuber. But yeah, we keep going back to the same games. Like I love BMX Triple X. I love Crazy Taxi. I love Biker Mice from Mars. I've played Manhunt a little bit. I've played The Need for Speed, stuff like that quite a bit. So I go back to those games, and not that that's a bad thing. I do enjoy playing them, I suppose. But if you see any other ones in here that you'd like us to give a go, then you know, let me know, so I can keep playing different games instead of going back to the same ones all the time. And I definitely play a lot of Simpsons games. I always have. Down the bottom is just other game packs and accessories. And then people have always asked me, where is my Xbox collection? And here it is here. I don't have a huge Xbox collection. It is just very small, but it's something that I will work on in the future. And yeah, like if there's any cheaper games that you recommend me getting that are must plays, let me know. But I do have an original Xbox and I do have a 1S. So it's a shot of the room. Alright, and the stuff on the floor there we'll go through in the end. I normally don't like having stuff on the floor when I do a room tour, but I have I haven't done one yet, and had ended up getting a few things. So, alright. PS3 and PS4 section. So before, when I may have done the tour, I think it may have been like left to right, but now it's up and down. So the PS3 section is here, and the games. So some of my favorite games for the PS3, I love Resistance, I love the Call of Duty franchise. I used to play that quite a lot, and I never get tired of the older games in Call of Duty. And the Uncharted series are ones that I did not play on the PS3. I played them on the PS4, but I've collected them because I absolutely love the games. But I will be revisiting them on PS3. And our add-on accessories and game packs. And then down the bottom is our PSP collection, which I love the PSP. The games on PSP are awesome, and I think the screen quality is fantastic. And I also love collecting the UMD movies. Alright, try not to trip over. So a little seating area. And then the PS4. So this year we've played quite a lot of PS4 games and tried to finish quite a lot. Where I don't know how many games we've finished this year, but just to name a couple, we did finish God of War, we've finished Tomb Raider, the Uncharted series, which might have spanned from last year to this year as well, and yeah, we've just been adding some really good PlayStation 4 games to the collection and trying to play them when we can and get through them. So we're working on Horizon at the moment, and we've been adding quite a lot of DualShock controllers, so the Battlefront and the Crystal Red, the Midnight Blue and the Steel, which is in another YouTube video of mine with the comparison of the Midnight Blue PS1 console, and then the Crystal Blue. And then a lot of people ask me about the 20th anniversary. It's not mine, it is Retro Gamer Guy's, and it is brand new in box. I am not allowed to open it, unfortunately, but one day I would love to play it. And then the Yakuza 6, we've finished that game. It's awesome, love that. And then the Days of Play is on the top at the moment, so yeah, that's another video that I've done on unboxing. Alright, so Sega is next. Also, people had asked me about the neon lights. I bought them from eBay in China, like to Australia, and I had no issues with them up until recently when my Nintendo 1 died. The Sega Master System 2 here, I replaced the internals with my own Sega Master System 2 from when I was a kid, because I wanted to just preserve it. And here's my Sega Master System 2 collection, which a lot of the games are my originals, and then I've added the ones that I used to rent a lot as a kid. Mega Drive I started collecting when I was in my later teens. So they are all my originals. I haven't added any more Mega Drive games to the collection except for Toe Jam and Earl. Dreamcast and Sega Saturn is slowly growing. I am only collecting for them in the Japanese format now though. I don't have a working PAL Dreamcast, unfortunately, So yeah, I'm trying to find awesome games for Saturn and Dreamcast that I will play, but I've got Marvel vs. Capcom. I have another Marvel game for the Saturn which I just recently added. And yeah, I just love, I do love the systems, but I just didn't have them as a kid. So I don't really have a library, and I'm finding that they're pretty expensive to add now. Then we're going back to a little bit of a crossover. Here's a Nintendo section. Some Legend of Zelda amiibos. My original Ocarina of Time toys that were unboxed. Then I bought boxed ones that had been uncarded, so to speak. So the packaging is still there, but it's they had been opened. And then more of my Zelda shrine for you guys there. Yeah, a couple of the sections down and a few more to go. So one of the ends here has more Zelda shrine stuff. And then you would have seen my neon sign was always here and a huge part of where I'd love to take photos. Unfortunately it did fail and die, and I didn't want to risk it being in the room and you know, catch fire or anything like that, so I decided that it was time for it to go, and it started to make a awful smelly smell to it and flickering, so yeah, I thought there was no point keeping it. Yeah, there's some of my Famicom collection slowly getting bigger, and my NES. I haven't added any new NES games except for the Earthbound Beginnings. My SNES collection, I have quite a few good ones that are boxed from when I was a kid, but as the pricing has just gotten insane, I now only collect for the Super Famicom, and thoroughly enjoy it. Like, there are some wicked titles. And my Super Famicom collection is along here as well. If I love the game, I'll buy it again. So I have my original set of Donkey Kong, but I bought it on the Japanese format as well. I just love the artwork and the game. My PAL N64 games, I have a lot unboxed because I was silly as a kid. I threw away my boxes because I'm an idiot. GameCube, Japanese GameCube, which I'm adding to. My Wii collection, which is a lot of my original games from Wii, but I add them because they're also really cheap. And then Nintendo Switch. I don't have a huge library, but a friend of mine in Canada sent me this because it wasn't released in Australia, which is totally awesome, and I'm going to be hooking that game up actually tomorrow. Wii U, and I've got a couple of bits of space because I'd like to, you know, still add a few things to the collection. And Tenderheart Care Bears, one of my favorites. The Ocarina of Time glasses, and I've got just random Care Bears shrines in my books, and there's another Zelda shrine with all the guides and stuff like that. Then over here is where my Nintendo 64 collection continues. I'm not sure if I took all my carts out of here. No, I haven't. So they're Famicom carts. Josco controller, and my two Japanese Pikachu N64s, and then just more N64 stuff. And yeah, like I really loved the Jungle Green, so I don't collect generally the rest of the Fantastic range. I decided that I just prefer the Japanese ones, but this is one set that I just loved. Just loved the look of it and the artwork and stuff like that. And the Super Famicom case with some carts in it, which are PAL and Japanese. But yeah, it's my beautiful Nintendo 64 set. This one is the Lawson's. This one is the A&A prize one, and this one is the general release, like this, the normal N64. And I just love them. Then up above, we've got my controller set. And these awesome plates by Pimp My Plates. I got 3, which was a Game Boy and a PlayStation and an I Love 90s. And then the Game Boy collection. Don't have a proper working links, but I'd like to get one, Atari. And some Virtual Boy titles there. Loads of Game Boy single cartridges. Unfortunately, I wish they were all boxed. But I'm slowly adding more Japanese Game Boy games, as you can see. And then the Game Boy Advance games, which I love as well. And then my 3DS and DS games are on the bottom here. But I need to get those ones put away. But yeah, like obviously you can see that we love our Nintendo as well. I thoroughly enjoy collecting for it. And then I've still got more stuff over here, which is still Nintendo. And then going along, these are the newer shelves that we added. So after our room flooded, we had to pull everything out of these rooms and put them back in our house. And then we've set them all back up, and we've added the neon LED lights at the back, and just think it makes such a big difference. So here we've got the Amiibo stand. I got this given to me. Then the Rockman Game Boy Advance is one of the newer ones that I've recently purchased. And then my other Game Boys are up here with the Japanese release box art, and then the Australian release with the Tetris, which is just screams 90s. It just looks so good. Then I have 2 DS lights here. One is the coffee stained one I've talked about in my vlogs, and the other is what I purchased in Japan recently. But I am missing the original GBA SP release of the Zelda 1 box, so I definitely need to add that to my hit list. But there are the Zelda handhelds and our setup for music, little Philips TV. Our vinyls are here. My mum gave me this awesome game developer Barbie, which kind of like looks like me. It's exactly how I dress. Red hair, glasses and jeans and all. It's so funny. Then our laser discs, and then VHS collection is along the bottom here, which is pretty awesome. And we'll get to this pickup stuff at the very end. And yeah, we'll just go through. So there's a bit more of Japanese stuff. So there's the disc system and the Power Glove, Hyperboy, Wii U and a Wii, which are mine. Then the GameCube and the Spicy Orange GameCube, which is just beautiful. Another set, which is the Henshin Tigers, which is another exclusive to Japan. It's a beautiful GameCube system. Silver. This is what we're shooting this on. Virtual Boy, the Twin Famicom, my mini collection, which I just love, so cute. Pair of the PG2s, Mega Jet and Game Gear controllers, Saturn and Dreamcast, and the Sonic set for Switch, Dreamcast Hello Kitty and the Regulation 7, and the other Dreamcast is just a standard one, and the Sega Saturn, Pladia, PSPs, PS3 in a blue and a red, the Uncharted 4 PS4, which I just had to have, and I waited so long for that, and I ended up getting it at a bargain price. PC Engine, PCFX, and then yeah, we've got all our 90s stuff now, and collectible figurines, so just quickly run through those. And yeah, cassettes, stuff like that from when I was a kid. And then all the toys that we've collected along the years, and some from when we were kids. I just love them. Like the Biker Mice ones are awesome. Masters of the Universe, Toy Story, and Small Soldiers, Simpsons, Gumby, Talk Boy, Home Alone reference, RoboCop, I love 90s, which you guys probably already know already. Then we've got our TV setup, which is this massive Sony, and this is where we watch our old school movies. So we have a Laserdisc player, a Beta, and also a VHS, which is pretty awesome. And over here on the, I think it's the Lova TV, I have the Nintendo 64 systems. I also have a sneaky GameCube just sitting behind here at the moment. My SNES and the Super Famicom on, which is currently playing at the moment. And then the PlayStation TV, which has the Japanese PS1 hooked up to it. So it's a pretty gorgeous PS1 TV. It's also got the Saturn, Hello Kitty Dreamcast, the Panasonic 3DO, and also their PC Engine attached to it. And I think also might have the Japanese GameCube to it now, which was just something we've added recently. And all our other systems. So we've got Sega Master System 1 controllers, and also the cabling for the VR unit. And a top loader, which is PAL, the PS4, PS1, PS2, PS3, a Switch dock, Xbox in the crystal, the original one, and yeah, just obviously my Wii stuff over there as well. And then our little TV playing our trailers and stuff like that, which we love. So I'll give you guys a quick look around the room another time. It does look pretty like bland over there, unfortunately, now that that sign did die, but so yeah, the room's alright. And then just to finish the video off, I was going to do a pickups video, but I purchased a couple of VHS, as you can see, which is pretty cool. It came in a gaming box. This one CD, I don't know where that came from, or a DVD. Then I got 2 PS3 games to add to the collection, an X-Rental VHS of Jurassic Park, which is pretty awesome. That one's not new. Flintstones DVD set, Third Rock from the Sun DVD set, Season 1, Season 2, which is pretty awesome. The Last of Us on PS3, and then some old school 100% hits and stuff like that CDs. So that's got like Australian hits back in the like late 90s and early 90s actually. Some of those are really, really old. And then some VHS cleaners. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the room tour. So it's updated for 2018, and I'll try and shoot one over Christmas and New Year's. in the next 2018, 2019 time. And yeah, I'm not sure what else we can fit. People keep saying to me, what are you going to collect for next? What are you going to get next? I really don't know where we would find room for it. Like, everything's sort of like packed to the brim here. We love our room, and yeah, we just thoroughly enjoy our gaming and pinball and arcades. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and like. And if you've got any questions for me, just make sure you hit the comments section, as I will be doing a YouTube Q&A in the coming month. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video of our games room.